we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. First NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like he got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers at wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go. Howdy ho, howdy hey, how the hell is everybody? Welcome into the Buccateers podcast. I'm Tampa Tones. 1 second. I gotta switch over to my microphone. It's coming out the laptop. But I'm Tampa Tones alongside J-Lo, Joey Nips. Honor Super Bowl. Whoa, who is that down there? Sweetie. Holy, how the hell you doing, Officer Duke?
Yeah, bonjour from the far country along. Hello, Super Bowl week.
Are you at the Olympics right now, or what the hell are you doing?
Hey, bonjour. I feel like it's 420.
All right, Lindsey Vaughn in the house down there, and then we got J-Lo in the house upstairs. J-Lo, how the hell you doing? Live from the Chicago area, my friend. Hope everything's going well on your trip so far, and kind of cool to get the Super Bowl here with you, my friend.
No, absolutely. Always an honor to come up here and hang out with your guys for the Super Bowl weekend. It's been a fun experience so far. Once again, Chicago never disappoints.
Yeah, we got a goodie but a quickie today, just like the ladies say, right? But no, for real, we got a fun show in store today. Olive in the house. Hey, everyone, happy Super Bowl to you on the West Coast. Man, that would be terrible. Super Bowl starting 3:30. That is one thing with Pacific time. That's just an early start time, in my opinion, on a Sunday to get going for Super Bowl, right? I mean, wow. But you guys will have a great time out there. You guys will make do in a tough spot. Prayers out to all on the West Coast. But we got a great game on our hands today, gents. The Super Bowl, it's game day. Doesn't really feel like it, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Seahawks, Patriots. Joey, we'll start with you. It hasn't been the most hype to this point, but yet again, another Super Bowl here on our doorstep.
Yeah, I mean, what a treat. We get the Super Bowl on NBC and the Cock Network, so that's automatically a great start.
Mike and Mike.
Yep. So, I mean, that will be good times. Not that sleazebag Greenberg, at least, either. So, we're having a good time with this game. I mean, right now, everybody, the house is on Seattle. I mean, they're minus 4.5. It's a big spread. I don't know exactly about the over-under, but this game, everybody seems to be laying on Seattle, so be careful for that because Vegas usually doesn't lose.
What say you, J-Lo? Thoughts on today's game, the aura of the game? It's out in Santa Clara, California, where the 49ers play. Olivia says go Patriots. J-Lo, thoughts on today's big matchup?
Well, obviously, no one expected these two teams to even be in the Super Bowl at all, so that's definitely intriguing to me. These are two teams that come up from a long way, especially from the Patriots side, being laughingstock in the NFL the last couple of years. But I got to say, shout out. I mean, I'm glad we got a different group, even though it is the Patriots, but at least it's not the Chiefs or the Eagles. It's something different, new crop. But Seattle, I think, is the heavy favorite in my opinion. That's just what I think. I like what Sam Darnold has done coming into an organization and just playing just great football, from the quarterback stand. And plus, Mike McDonald bringing the right offensive coordinator and is probably made a head coach, but we'll talk about that later. But I like the matchup. It'll be fun. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, so Mike versus Mike, as we're alluding to. Mike and Mike here. J-Lo, which Mike impresses you more? I'll say Vrabel. Both very impressive, though. To me, both two of the top 5 coaches in the league. I personally believe Rams, Niners, Seahawks probably have the 3 top coaches in the league. You could put Vrabel up there, though. I think he's top 5. But I'm more impressed with Vrabel because Seattle was still pretty damn good last year in their Mike's first year. He got that team on the right step with Geno Smith. And although, don't get me wrong, very impressive new quarterback in the house at Sam Darnold, a couple other wrinkles. He replaced his offensive coordinator as he let Ryan Grubb go. He was their OC year 1, and now he'll need a third new OC as Kubiak is Vegas bound. But Mike Vrabel taking over a team with only a handful of wins, getting back to the Patriots way. This was a team that needed this to happen because their fan base has been pretty upset, deservingly so. You lose Brady, you lose Belichick in this short of span, and now you bounce back so greatly with your next wave of football, Drake May, Mike Vrabel. This gives all NFL teams hope out there too, right? If your team wins 2 to 3 games one year, you get a new head coach, you have a young quarterback. Guess what? You make the right moves in the offseason, you could be in the big game. They made a couple really good moves this offseason. Vrabel went and got himself a defensive back and Carlton Davis. They went ahead and got Milton Williams from the Eagles, Milton from the Eagles, who's been incredible. Defensive lineman who's really making noise here. I know he hasn't done great every game, but a guy like Stephon Diggs on the offensive side of the ball is just a true difference maker. Their draft pick of Henderson at running back, he had a couple really big games along the way, and it gives him a really good platoon with Stevenson. The Patriots just rebuilt really well, really quick. Both of these teams did, but Seattle more so retooled, Joey, than rebuilt, where New England kind of built from bottom to the top all over again.
Yeah, and honestly, I was talking with Pop's best friend, Tim Crowley, the other day about, these Super Bowls and what happens in these big games. And if you really think about it, at the end of the day, defense still wins the championships. Yes, it's cool to have the flashy offense and do all that, but really, if you look at all the Super Bowl winners, even the Chiefs who have Patrick Mahomes were more based off their defense last season than they were this season. So Mike Vrabel's done a great job over there. Like you said, I mean, for him to go to 4 wins first year, get to 13 with a second-year quarterback, him and Josh McDaniels have really led the way well there. And Seattle's done a great job of that too. But like you said, they already built their stepping stone a season ago and now got the quarterback, which Minnesota has got to be really pissed about as they've been Jefferson and others this week. But, yeah, kudos to Vrabel. I mean, he's the man. I hated the Patriots growing up. I still don't like them, but I can do one thing, and that's respect Mike Vrabel for building this right from the ground up. you know, he was the top coach along with Ben Johnson this offseason. They both did good things. So Mike and Mike at the top for both of these teams. They both deserve some, you know, votes for coach year. I know it's already happened, but they both were deserving of that. So good stuff to see. And, you know, it just shows parity in this NFL. Any team, any year, any given Sunday now, it's not just going to be about one team or one thing going forward in my eyes.
J-Lo, Mike and Mike break down the coaches. It's a great battle of coaches, just incredible stuff for both these fan bases, knowing the leader of men that they have in their locker rooms.
No, couldn't agree more. I mean, both coaches, you know, shout out to both of them. But I'm going to lean toward Mike Vrabel for what he had to go into. A laughing organization, like I mentioned earlier, a team that just didn't win a lot of games, came in, brought Josh McDaniels, as Joey mentioned, and just got this team right to winning, you know, the Patriot way for the most part. But I will go back to Seattle and say, you know, Clint Kubiak, they brought him in as the new offensive coordinator who didn't have a lot of success in New Orleans because it's New Orleans. But he went to Seattle, and now he's going to be a head coach pretty soon going to Vegas. So both teams, like I mentioned earlier, they were not expected to go to the Super Bowl at all. Maybe playoff bound for Seattle, but New England probably top 5 pick again or top 10. But for the most part, that's where Mike Vrabel gets a lot of praise, and he's just well-deserving, you know, for what he's done coming in there from what Tennessee put him through, which they're kicking themselves in the foot right now, seeing him take the Patriots to the Super Bowl while they're about to, like, what, top 5 pick again. So shout out to Mike Vrabel on that one.
I find it hilarious, too, when Kubiak's all said and done going to Vegas and all these people are, like, so shocked. Tom Brady says he doesn't have a dog in the fight today. Yeah, if I'm going for Kubiak and the ink isn't to paper yet either, I'm keeping my lips shut and hoping that I get Kubiak as head coach, right? What if you go against him and next thing you know, you're out of a coach this late in the game? You're left at the altar with nobody to hire, and it could turn into a disaster. And plus, Brady is part owner of the Raiders too, so you know, why does he want to go ahead and put the stamp on New England? So just kind of silly to me that people are making that a big deal. Joey, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to really focus on the game itself with these two teams. People who want to worry about anything else. I mean, it's just been a great season. And the reason I like the NFL more today than most is because look at where you could start from, get to bad team, good team. Shout out to Plus, by the way. Hello, how you doing, man? Always good to hear from one of the best film studiers in the game. But yeah, no, that's just all blasphemy. We're here to watch and celebrate two great teams. It looks like a beautiful day in Santa Clara, so shouldn't be that bad on that front either. So I just focus on what's ahead of us as we head into the big one. I don't care about that type of stuff.
Yeah, J-Lo. Plus in the house saying I got Seattle 34-17.
Wow.
Hope you all have a great Super Bowl day and enjoy the show. Parlay Pete saying, let's go. Welcome in the great one. We need a round of applause for the great Parlay Pete. Just great stuff from our guy. Hopefully get him on this fall, making some breadwinner picks and more. That would be awesome.
You know, Toes, out of all that stuff you got ready for when you move out, you couldn't have put a chair in here for me?
No, you're gone, bud.
You got all these boxes, all this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Hey, you kicked me out of the Hanover house, so that's what you get. You don't get a chair in your room now. So, you know, you made me homeless for a little bit, and I had to retaliate. J-Lo, what say you on the story with Tom Brady not necessarily back in the Patriots, and a lot of people are saying he's a hater? I think that's fair. I think that's a smart thing to do with Tom Brady.
No, it's a business decision. Like you mentioned earlier, he's a minority owner of the Raiders, and he's keeping his mouth shut until Super Bowl's over with. And of course, he's got his own opinion on it, but he's not going to go ruin that. So, to me, I feel what he did was smart, and if Patriot fans will be butthurt about it, or any NFL fan, whatever. It is what it is, but it's a business. Simple as that.
Yeah, it is a business, and we're going to get back into the game here in a little bit. The big game today, Super Bowl showdown, Seattle, New England. In California, going to be incredible. Do have a little bit of Bucs news to squeak in, as well as obviously they had a coaching purge a couple weeks back. Let go of a couple old veteran assistants. Rapone retired, J-Lo. A couple other defensive guys get let go. This week it was noticed that they promoted 2 coaches, one of them being Rashad Johnson and the other being Tim Adkins as well, to this to higher positions for the defensive back. Thoughts on Tim Atkins and Rashad Johnson getting promotions to kind of help lead the new secondary. And according to Pewter Report, it says Bowles fired the defensive line coach Charlie Strong, Kevin Ross, blah, 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 blah. Bucs promotion make plenty of sense. It says Tim Atkins has been with Bowles since his days as the New York Jets head coach. Atkins was Bowles' defensive quality control coach in New York from 2016 to 18, then became Tampa Bay's defensive quality control coach from 2019 to 21. And then blah, 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 just more on Atkins' background. And Rashad Johnson, very intriguing to me, J-Lo, former defensive back in this league. To me, he could get this defense right with his ideas.
No, Rashad Johnson, I like a lot. You know, the Bucs went a little bit younger. They can't promote it within, which is fine. You know, Bull's going to go with people he's comfortable with and knows, so I'm fine with that. But Rashad Johnson, he's done a tremendous job getting players like Izzy and Reddy during his rookie year in the NFL, and then also Tyke Smith, his rookie year. So I don't see no problem with that. I like that hire a lot. Oh, the promotion. Atkins, another familiarity, a little bit younger than Nick Rapone. I think he'll do a good job. I believe he's going to be the safeties coach, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I mean, they're good little promotions. I like what Bulls did with that. I know a lot of
yes, to clarify, he's safeties and Rashad is cornerbacks. My apologies.
No worries. But I will say, you know, fans won't be mad at Bulls for the hires, whatever. Some fans, you know how they are. But at the same time, I'm trusting in Bulls with who he knows, who he's familiar with to get this defense right and ready. And now we got our coaching staff pretty much intact. So I'm all excited for what we have done so far on both sides of the ball.
Joey, Rashad Johnson promotion, intriguing specifically to me. 40 years old, former third-round pick, played for the Cardinals and Titans from 2009 to 2016, then started becoming a defensive assistant with the Bucs in 2022. Former first-team All-American in college, only 40 years young, very relatable guy with the players. I think sometimes it just needs a new youth voice to, yes, he was around the program, but to kind of take the lead stick. His plus says, nice hat, Joey.
Thank you.
That's a Fabrizio hat right there.
In the tasty biscuit. Dun, dun, dun. All right, back on track here.
Wait a minute. Let's get a little tasty biscuit jam for our guy Zach going really quick. We got to get it going. Yeah, a little jam session for Zach. Zach, if you're out there, do the tasty biscuit. All right, we got to reel this back in.
I like young guys. I mean, look at it's relatable. Like Ben Johnson's staff just got picked apart in Chicago. Young guys like Al Harris and potentially others where they could be going elsewhere. I think youth movement's a way to go. Even if you look at other associations like NBA, NFL head coaches who are getting hired. I mean, yes, you have your veterans like Mike McCarthy, and I know I'm talking head coach level, but when you get these, of
course.
Yeah, and then Raji Wayne has done great things in Indy since he's been receivers coach because he's relatable, is younger. I do like that. Obviously, you guys have a stable veteran at the helm, so to me, getting young guys, a new voice especially, just more adaptable, and hopefully it works. You got to have a fine line, though. It's not friendship here. This is to win football games.
Yeah, Tim Atkins, 46 years old, pretty extensive resume. Started with the Hamilton High School in 01 to 03, then went to Whittier, then was the Dolphins assistant as well. Florida Atlantic, spent some time, Buffalo Bills, Cleveland Jets. Been with the Bucs since 2019, so excited. 46 years and 40 years old, J-Lo. Definitely a little bit more of a youth movement. Final thoughts? And since Joey talked about Rashad Johnson, final thoughts on Tim Atkins getting the promotion.
Now, Tim Atkins, what I mentioned, familiarity with Todd Bowles. Like I mentioned earlier, Bowles is going to go with people he's comfortable with. And I like the youth movement, like you just mentioned. I think it's better to go younger, to hype these players up and get them ready to go out there and ball out. So it doesn't hurt. So to me, the fact that Atkins is familiar with Bowles, I mean, they're going to work together and try to get this defense back on track.
Thanks for joining us, Rhino Media. Thanks for the great words. It was great job, Tones and Joey. J-Lo, you're doing great too. Don't worry, buddy. Bud Cannibalist says, 31-27 Seattle. Yep, I said shout out to Coop earlier for Joey's hat. So Joey, you're going to.
I just want to be great like John Cooper. I don't have the exact luxury. Tones didn't leave me much, as you could see. He's trying to leave me homeless as payback. But shout out to John Cooper. He's the man.
Yeah, next time we're going to have the hat in there. That's for sure. Yeah, no shirts, no hats, no nothing.
Nobody wants me to Burt Kreischer it and go Godzilla mode here.
Oh, that fair weather guy. Good God.
Come on.
No, he claims he's a Bucs fan when he wants to be, and then it's just
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, Hollywood and their weird fetishes and fandoms. Just weird stuff. Super Bowl prop bets to watch out for today, ladies and gentlemen. One intriguing one, Joey. I thought this was fun. Whose name will be mentioned first? Because both have a lot of ties, and a lot of their names have been coming up lately. And, of course, Seattle, New England, J-Lo, nothing new for the Super Bowl. J-Lo, whose name would be mentioned first today? Pete Carroll or Bill Belichick? And I believe Bill Belichick is the favorite, but Pete Carroll money return is a little bit better.
I gotta go Coach Bill, man. I gotta go Coach Bill Belichick on that one.
Joey, what say you in that little fun prop bet?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to see the odds, but it's tough because if they mention Belichick, to me, it's going to be the Hall of Fame. And if they mention Pete Carroll, it's going to be the play at the 1 yard line when his dumbass and the team didn't decide to give it to Marshawn Lynch. So I'm actually going to go Pete Carroll because I believe Seattle on the first drive takes it all the way down, and they talk about that play.
All right, and we are doing our prop bet fun here, shenanigans here on the Buccateers Super Bowl Sunday show. A lot of people like the coin toss, the Gatorade color. You could bet a lot of interesting things. The MVP is always a fun one. We'll get into some here right now. So you guys like the Belichick one. It sounds like if I had good odds on that, though, I'd share them. Sadly, some of these things are hard to find, but yeah, there's a lot of prop bets. I think Myron's doing halftime show prop bets. Who might appear with Bad Bunny? We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But MVP, Joey, would you rather put $10 on Sam Darnold to win $12 or $10 on Drake May to win $22?
Well, I'm already going to – I won't give it too much away, but I am big – on the Sam Darnold MVP bet, because if you think Seattle's going to win, you might as well get juicier odds and put the QB as the MVP. So give me Sammy D.
I think a fun one is the wide receiver position to win MVP. It's 4-1 odds. So if you put $10 on it, you'd win $40. J-Lo, with guys like JSN and guys like Stephon Diggs, not that it's, completely likely to happen, but 4-1 odds for a wide receiver to win MVP ain't too shabby.
No, it isn't. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jibba went off this year, helped a lot of fantasy football owners, win championships. But then again, Stephon Diggs, big moment. He may be a more off the field, but at least on the field, he shows up and he came in clutch for the Patriots this year. So it could happen. You never know.
Joey, I don't care how much the odds are. You put $1 to win. $1 would win you $50, but there's a bet. MVP awarded to player from losing team. Good God, that's just asking you to lose money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the odds right now, and outside of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, outside of 7 guys, it's all plus 10,000 or higher. So, like you mentioned, defensive players, anybody else. I mean, literally, the only guy at plus 10,000, even on the offensive side of the ball, Tones, that I would consider is Cooper Kupp, just because everybody knows him well. He's pretty good in big games. So I'm not liking anybody on the defense, and really only big odds I would maybe even look at would be Cooper.
Yeah, getting into some more fun novelty offers here. J-Lo. Match to end with the scoregami. For those unfamiliar, scoregami is a score that has never happened before in the NFL. If you bet $10 and it ends in scoregami, you'd win $200. If you bet no, $10 would win you 10 cents.
I'll take that bet. Hell yeah. Give me that bet.
Yeah, you're trying to have some fun with the scoregami. Joey, will there be an octopus today in the game that's played today? And for those unfamiliar, an octopus is a player getting the 6 points for the touchdown and then scoring the 2-point conversion to get 8 points on the same drive themselves, because octopus have 8 tentacles. So Joey, is anyone going to get an octopus? $10 bet if somebody does would win you 120, and $10 bet if somebody doesn't would only win you 30 cents.
So they have to both cross
So
the end.
if New England's on offense, if Stephon Diggs catches a touchdown and then he
He
catches
can't throw it.
No, he has to catch the touchdown, and then it could only be caught or receiving.
I don't think Seattle will get too tricky today with Sam Darnold in the oblique. So if I had to say, I'd go Drake May maybe of New England.
So you think he could run in a touchdown and a conversion? Because it has to happen in the same sequence as well.
He has receiving or rushing yards that go up pretty high. I mean, he's rushing a lot this postseason. I could see him. My thing would be a QB sneak on the 1 yard line and then the Philly special.
Yeah, Chris Godwin got an octopus against the Falcons in the regular season this year on Thursday night. He did score the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So they're doable out there, ladies and gentlemen. It just has to be done the right way. J-Lo, an offensive lineman to score a touchdown. $10 on yes would win you 200. $10 on no would win you 10 cents.
I'm gonna go with the no. I don't see offensive lineman making a touchdown today, so that's a no-go for me.
Joey, any quarterback to have a catch in today's game? You can't bet no, but $10 would win you 100. Any QB to have a reception in today's game.
I mean, it'd have to be, the Phillies. I don't know if the team will actually do it. Drake May is pretty fast, though. But Seattle's defense is really good. I mean, it can't hurt to put a couple bucks on it, right?
I don't think so. I don't think it hurts at all. J-Lo, any player to have a pass completion, a catch, and a rushing attempt. $10 would win you 70 for yes, or $10 would win you 80 cents for no.
And that's for both teams, right? Brett, for both
Yep.
teams, either one. I'll take that bet. I can see Rashid Raheem doing something like that, doing some kind of maneuver like that to get the. So yeah, I'll take that bet.
Joey, the time that the final play of the game is completed, 10:14 with 59 seconds left p.m. Eastern or earlier, or 10:15 p.m. Eastern or later. 10:15 p.m. or later is a slight underdog. $10 would win you 11 if you go with that, and 10:14 and 59 seconds, $10 would win you 740.
Yeah. And it's tough because in one way these are great defenses, so you think we'll see a lot of punts.
So the game starts at 6:30, so pretty much that means 3 hours and 45-minute estimation for that timeline.
Right, and you got to build in 30 minutes for halftime. So pretty much a standard football game outside of halftime.
These are fun ones.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
J-Lo, either team to score with less than 2 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter. $10 on yes would win you $12.50, or $10 on no would win you $6.40.
I'll take that bet. I can see either one doing this. So yeah, I'll take the bet.
Which way?
What the fuck?
I say they score within 2 minutes, like you said.
I like it. Bud Cannibalist, length of the anthem. Yeah, that's always a fun one. Joey, either team to score with 0-0-0-0 on the clock at the end of the fourth quarter. If you bet yes, $10 would win you 80. If you bet no, $10 would win you 60 cents.
Yeah, and Charlie Puth is the national anthem, if I even said his name right. 0-0-0 at the end of 4. I know it's good defenses, but I'm out on that.
No, that I'm saying any team will score at 0-0. So a field goal as time expires or touchdown as time expires.
Nah, I'm out.
All right, we're going on to Super Bowl record breaking bets. J-Lo, any player to record 506 plus passing yards, $10 would win you $1,500 if either QB gets over 505.5 passing yards.
Man, it's so tough. And these two defenses are actually really good.
That payout's just intriguing. I don't think it happens, but that's a lot of money.
I know exactly. But if I'm a betting man, F it. I'll take the chance. $10. Sure, why not? You never know. Sam Darnold could show up and put up that many number of yards. I don't see it happening. But F it. I'll take that bet. I'll bet 10 on either one of them. Sure.
Joey, any player to record 7+ passing touchdowns, including overtime, $10 would win you $2,500.
7+ passing touchdowns?
Yep, these would all be record breakers.
No, these defenses are too good.
J-Lo, any player to record 215.5 plus receiving yards in this one, $10 would win you $350.
I'm out on that one.
All righty.
I mean, I guess if you did look at that one, I mean, it'd have to be JSN almost. At that
Any
point.
player to record over 15 receptions, including overtime, $10, Joey, would win you $550.
Like I said, I mean, if anybody's going to do that, it would be JSN, but Mike Vrabel would be too smart for that. I mean, honestly, if I was going to throw a couple bucks on any of these prime bets, it'd probably be the yards or the receptions for JSN, because if one player could do it, it would be him.
J-Lo, any player to record 205 plus rushing yards, including overtime, $10 would win you $1,000.
I'll say I'm out on that one.
Joey, any player, this one intrigues me. Any player to kick a successful field goal over 58 plus yards, $10 to win $65.
Oh, I'm all in on that. With halftime, with how a kick could be done, or maybe it's tied about to go to OT. Myers has been really good for Seattle. New England's young kicker has been pretty solid. I actually don't mind that one either.
J-Lo, any player to record 3.5 plus sacks, including overtime today, $10 would win you $500.
I actually like that one. I'll take that bet. I can see one of those players going off and taking over the game and getting it like 3.5 sacks. I'll take it.
Joey, New England Patriots to have a successful 2-point conversion tonight, $10 would win you $55.
Yeah, I like that one. Why not?
J-Lo, Seahawks to have a successful 2-point conversion tonight, $10 to win you $65.
I'll take that bet. I can see him go for a 2-pointer and execute it.
Joey, either team to attempt a 2-point conversion, $10 to win you $13.80.
Yeah, I'm about it. That's not a big payout, but I'm about it.
J-Lo, either team to have a successful 2-point conversion, $10 to win $31.
I'll take that bet. Absolutely.
Joey, Patriots to get a defensive touchdown, $10 to win $70.
God, that would piss me off, but defensive touchdown, so it can't even be a safety. I mean, yeah, if you're rooting for the Patriots, I only if you're rooting for the Patriots, I would put money on that.
J-Lo, Seattle to get a defensive touchdown, 10 to win $52.50.
I can see it happening. I can see Drake May making a mistake and throwing a pick six. I say yes.
Joey, either team to get a special teams touchdown, 10 to win $60.
We, of course, remember the Percy Harvin big touchdown Seattle had against Denver in like 2013.
And the Devin Hester against your Colts.
Yeah. At least we won, so that's okay. I'm going to say no special teams touchdown today. I know Rashid Shaheed did it, but that's why I'm saying no. It usually doesn't happen twice.
In a rare event, I believe both the Bucs and Raiders did it in the 0-2 and 0-3 Super Bowl, J-Lo, but either team to score 3 unanswered possessions, including overtime. Yes or no? 10 to win 10.
I say yes.
Yeah, in the Bucs one, they did it because they were dominated, and then the Raiders were down so much they played chip away. Joey, last but not least on the fun prop bets, either team to score 4 times unanswered, including overtime, $10 would win you $30.50.
I'm out.
J-Lo will end you with this one. Player to record the longest punt, Michael Dickinson is 10 to win 11. Bryce Behringer is 10 to win 9.
I'll go with Bryce Behringer.
Dude, there is so much stuff today in the prop bets, but we got to cut it off there because we could have so much.
Ask what colored sock is Joey wearing?
Oh, coin toss. I'm sorry. Almost went over the coin toss. Joey, heads or tails?
I love head. Oh, shit. Yeah. Sorry. Move on.
Jeez. J-Lo,
Wow.
the coin toss winners, Seattle or New England?
I say New England.
All righty, let's see if yeah, I don't see any color Gatorade on this one, but you never know. Let's see team specials.
By the way, Joey's got black socks on. Blackfoot, Mr. Deed style.
But do you have 2 or 3? All right, that is it for the prop bets as we are moving on here.
Biscuit.
At the Taste of Biscuit. We're almost done here, but not done yet on the Buccateers. Catch us live. Supposed to be live tomorrow. We'll see if we could get A-Cats out of his brief stint of retirement. No, I'm just kidding. But we are supposed to be live tomorrow at 6:30-ish, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'm not really sure yet when we will be live tomorrow, but we will be live tomorrow for a brief period of time on a deep dive into the 813. Cats and I talking about our top Bucs moments. And then, guys, will debut this week. J-Lo, myself, and Joey's off-season bi-weekly show. It'll be every other Wednesday or every other Thursday. Date to be announced. I'm thinking Wednesday, though. We're going to be talking all things sports and wrestling and Buccaneers coming at you live for a half hour, 45 minutes every Wednesday or such as well. So go nowhere. We're about to do our power hours, get great guests this off-season as well. J-Lo's working on a couple as we speak. I'm working on some fun ones. If you missed it, we had Chooks, the great Benjamin Chukwuma, Buccaneers rookie offensive lineman on the program. That episode's out now on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, and so much more. We are live on our Super Bowl, our last show of the football season, not of the year, because we don't go anywhere in the off season, but of the football season. J-Lo's upset. He's crying, as you can see. Sad stuff. Before we get to final words and breadwinners, we will get to our predictions for today's game. But before we even get to those predictions, Joey, without picking a team yet, on a day like today on the Super Bowl, are you more likely to bet the spread of the game or the money line?
I'm on Seattle.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I know. I'm not giving my score. So if I were to predict a money line,
1 minute.
money line in your plus the minus the point. I guess I would take the money line though and just put a lot more money on it just to be safe because it could be low scoring.
J-Lo, what say you on that thought? Would you bet more the money line or the spread in these type of games? Whether it's a bowl game, a Super Bowl, these fun matchups, what are you doing?
I'll go with the money line. I'll be safe. I'm with Joey there. I'll go with the money line because it could be a low-scoring game. So give me the money line.
All right. Well, weird logic, but we'll take it. Super Bowl prediction score times, ladies and gentlemen. I go with the spread. I always put a little on the money line as well, but in a game like today where truly I think it's a dart throw, right? These defenses are both pretty appealing. I'm going to go with the points and the spread, but we're making our predictions now as we are getting to the bottom of the barrel, the end of the program. So long, farewell, Avita, and goodbye. Joey needs a hat change. No, I'm kidding. A lot of love for Joey's hat. Plus was loving it. It's a Cooper. It's a Cooper symbolism, John Cooper. So we can't even see Joey's eyes now. Holy, we could only see Joey's hat now. ACATS isn't here, so Joey's trying to represent ACATS on the show.
Well, my back is starting to kill me. You put me in a prison cell.
That's your bedroom, so that's a little dangerous if your bedroom's your prison cell. That's heinous up there. But J-Lo, Super Bowl score prediction, who's winning and what's the final score and who's the MVP of the contest?
I'm just going to go with Seattle. I like what Sam Darnold's done. I just feel he's played better ball than Drake May, in my opinion. But Jackson Smith and Jibba will be the MVP. The dude's been a stud all year. I can see him going off for over 100-something yards and getting a couple tutties. Give me Seattle Seahawks winning their second Super Bowl in franchise history.
The score?
Give me Seattle 28, Patriots 25.
There we go. Joey, what say you on MVP of the game? Who's winning the game and the score prediction?
Yeah, I agree with J-Lo on Seattle. I disagree that Sam Darnold's had a better year. Drake May was in the MVP consideration. But Darnold's had a better playoff. Maybe that's due to the weather or the defenses that New England saw. But I do agree with him on Seattle. I have my bet in for Sam Darnold MVP. So what is I got to look really. What's the over-under? I'm going to look right now. It is. Let me see here.
All right, I got you, big guy. Over-under on today's game, 45.5.
Yeah, I want to put it somewhere around there. So I'm going to go Seattle 27, New England 21.
And
yep.
you have Sam Darnold as your MVP, right?
Yep, 27-21.
So we got J-Lo with JSN as his MVP, Joey with Darnold as his MVP. J-Lo is going 28-25 Seattle. Our guy, Richard, checking in on Super Bowl Sunday. Good morning to you, Richard. Love you, buddy. Hope all is well on the West Coast. Joey has Seattle. Richie, 27-21. I got New England 26-24, outlasting Seattle in a very, very good battle.
26-24?
Yep, 26-24. I think some shenanigans are going to either we get field goals or a missed extra point or something to get to the 26. I don't know how the hell we're going to get there yet. And I will say, I'm probably going to lean towards Drake May as MVP, but good God, could I interest you in a guy who's won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay? And Tampa Bay has had a defensive back win Super Bowl MVP before. If Carlton Davis makes a run, $10 would win you $3,000 on a Super Bowl MVP bet. So I'm going with Drake May, but my sleeper pick is to throw a little cheddar on Carlton Davis at 300-1.
Homer pick.
Yeah, just like your false narrative the other day too. Head up, yeah, and you there. But yeah, there we go. Drake May MVP, Carlton Davis appealing as well. CD3.
I mean, what do you think he'd have to get that? Probably a pick six.
I think 2 interceptions minimum, one being a pick six variety, and then a handful of interesting outcomes as well, like other plays made, whether it's a pass deflection in a key time, a forced fumble, like 5-7 tackles. So if he gets 2 interceptions, though, and he already has a couple this playoffs, not out of the realm. But what is out of the realm is the Buccateers going any longer because it's our last Sunday show of the year, and we want to have fun today. J-Lo, final word and breadwinner for you. It doesn't have to be the Super Bowl, but I would sure hope it is.
No, I'm gonna go with the prop bet. Jackson Smith and Jibba, that's my breadwinner. He'll get over 95 point something yards, receiving yards. That's all in one of the prop bets. So I'll go with that. My breadwinner. I think he's gonna go off. It's been a fun year, fellas. I enjoyed it very much. More to come the off season as we get started. Meantime, we're just gonna enjoy the Super Bowl, have a good time together, Buccateer style. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And for all the fans, all the listeners, thank you for tuning in all season. Appreciate all the love, support y'all have done for us. You know, putting us out there, the comments and everything. That's one thing I do want to lay out there. And like I said, we got the off season on. We'll be heading that up as soon as the game's over on Sunday. So tune in, folks. Go Bucs. In the meantime, Super Bowl, baby.
Let's go. And remember, our last giveaway of Bucs Miss giveaways is today, and then our 4 winners will be announced as the week comes. So don't forget to go over onto our Twitter or X, whatever you call it, at Buccateers, BUCCATEERS. Another giveaway coming today to close out the giveaway season. We always do holidays and playoffs as our giveaway season. We still do giveaways throughout the year, right? So, but that's our main time to shine. Greatly done, J-Lo. But we did our Duvin design from Zach, our UNLV giveaways. We did a lot of fun ones to kick off the season, gave away flags and koozies. Joey, before your thoughts, shout out to our guy Richard T, who says this pod is great. My Super Bowl MVP is the Buccateers podcast. We love that. We love you. We hope you stay on board during the offseason because it's going to be a very interesting offseason for the Bucs, the Colts, and the rest of the NFL, for Penn State, for Notre Dame, for Florida, for all of our football teams. We have a long offseason ahead. And it's time for Joey's breadwinner and final word for the program. Joey, been a great year, my friend. Glad you're out of your Super Bowl suspension for last year's shenanigans. We had
that was bullshit that I got booted from.
Well deserved. J-Lo's in town and you ditch him. That's what happens.
And then this time I saw him 3 times. All due respect, I'm typing out my breadwinner right now. But yeah, no, this has been a fun season. We've grown, all the guests, from, the podcast challenge with all the great guys on, Brad Johnson, to current Bucs players, to so many of our friends and so much more. This thing keeps
Peter
growing.
was awesome too. Hope to get him back on.
Yeah, so we have so many great people that want to be a part of this thing, and it keeps growing, and that's all we keep doing. Our heads looking forward. The off season does not stop, as he says. But I think we got Tones Wednesday show, I think you mentioned, or something that we're going to be doing, us 3 collabing. So that's going to be awesome. We do not stop, going multiple times a week, year in, year out. My breadwinner is Travion Henderson, over 18.5 rushing yards, even though I am going for Seattle. To me, Henderson, I know in the playoffs he hasn't had as much action, but Tones, we saw him in Tampa. That guy can run, so if he breaks one line of scrimmage, he could easily get that. But once again, shout out, prayers to gosh dang it, I'm blanking right now on the Royals, the former Cub, the speedy guy. Prayers out to Terrence Gore. Too young, just way too young. But everyone stay safe. Have a fun Super Bowl. Don't do anything stupid. Don't drink and drive. Get those Ubers, get those lifts, and have a fun time.
My breadwinner is the Patriots spread, because the last time they lost by more than 4 points in a game this year, ladies and gentlemen, go back all the way to September 21st when they lost to the Steelers by 7.
Yeah, with that cakewalk schedule they have.
Oh, here, let me pick apart their schedule.
You want that cakewalk schedule they've been playing.
If you say it's a cakewalk, Steelers were a playoff team. Carolina was a playoff team. Buffalo was a playoff team. Tampa Bay, almost a playoff team. Joe Burrow was back when they played the Bengals. They had to play Buffalo again. They played Baltimore when Lamar was healthy. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Texans. Beat the Broncos. Pretty impressive to me. I digress. You're in the Super Bowl because you're crust. And I'm going with their spread.
You freaking crusty crab buffoon mother effer.
Hey. Oh, okay. We got an extra one from Richard. We have to help him answer.
Ooh.
Best Super Bowl food for all. Well, I'll let J-Lo speak.
What
for
do we
himself.
consider? I mean, is it?
J-Lo's been talking about these Korean wings for like a month now. But Joey, what were you saying?
This can be anything, right? I mean, literally anything.
Could be ranch dip or could be a marble cake. J-Lo, start it off.
Buffalo chicken dip. I think that's a good one as far as Super Bowl foods. Definitely something minor, nothing too heavy when you're drinking, having a good time. I know most people like to have a nice cold few drinks, but I think that's something light. So give me buffalo chicken dip. That's probably my favorite.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Joey. Buffalo chicken dip. Richard was happy with the Korean wings. They are the shit, though. They're tasty. We hope to get some of those today as well. Oh, I'm going to go with, oh, man, there's so much. Oh, man. Buffalo chicken dip was a good one.
That is a great one, buff chick dip.
I'm going to go with, the mini sub sandwich sliders, just because they're so easy to eat, and subs are, part of football. And just a bit, when you think of football, you think of wings, sandwiches, pizza, so give me sub sliders for my, food for the Super Bowl, because I don't eat sub sandwiches that often either. So when it is a big game, I appreciate them a little more. And Joey, I guess that's a tradition of ours, maybe not a many, but our Nani, our grandma who comes yearly, always brings a tray of those. So I always enjoy those.
Yeah, those are good. I'll be doing the sliders today too, so I'll be having some of those. You mentioned pizza. That's the easiest if you have big parties and groups. You know what? I'll just go a little off the board here. End the Super Bowl with a little treat after you win your Seattle bet for – sorry, this will be comfort food for you New England people who are on them today. But my sweet treat from Towing the Line, bring that back a little. How about a nice chocolate chip cookie with a little glass of milk after the Super Bowl? Calm things down, okay? Stephen A. Smith would love a little glass of milk and some chocolate chip cookies because they are the best at the end of the day. Go Seattle.
Todd Bowles would enjoy your answer there as well.
He's an Oreo guy, right?
Emotter, I think he's just a cook. He loves Oreos, Chips Ahoy's, all of that fun stuff. I do want to say as we wrap up here, always shout out to all our guests, as Joey and J-Lo have done already. We had plenty of great guests. James Canada, Anthony Gator, Brad Johnson, all the reporters from the Pat and Aaron Show to other WDAE guys like Chris Mathis, the great Rock Riley, who was on, Scott Reynolds from Pewter Report, Josh Capo, Adam Slivon, Evan Winter, JCL, and Michael Pless, everybody in between. It was truly incredible. Power Hours are going to be returning this summer. Players are going to be returning this summer. We already have a few great ones. Our segments are always sentimental. The great Red Eyes we lost a couple years ago now. Shout out to Red Eyes Pick'em this year. Always a great time in honor of him. And then now we got the McKittrick Pick to Click for fantasy representing him. Breadwinners was phenomenal. We ended up way over our money. It was just truly fantastic stuff. So yet another great Breadwinners. Other than that, guys, any last little answers? Richard says Coach Bowles answer. Uh-oh.
I'm just bricked up. We're in Super
No.
Bowl.
No. Oh my God. J-Lo's got his foot out even. J-Lo's foot fucking out. What the fuck is going? Oh my God. Taste the biscuit. Taste the biscuit. Didn't it? No, I'm off now. Should I do that? Nope, we're done. Bro, we'll put it like that. What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Cove's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Cove! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time. But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wish I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, hey, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Yeah, catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it's just, it was fun to watch. And yeah, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory. What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those one of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.